It's Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Craft Nation, otherwise known as United Dutch Breweries, who brew Oranje Boom. We all know Oranje Boom, don't we? This is called a Golden Opportunity Craft Lager, 4.8% ABV from Craft Nation. 330 milliliter can. It's been brewed in the it's been brewed for the UK stores of B&M stores. Now, I'm not sure if there's B&M stores all over Europe. I just had a little look on Untapped because I couldn't see anywhere on the can who brewed this beer. I had to go and stick it in Untapped there. And there's a lot of European people posting about this beer on Untapped. So I picked it up in B&M stores. I'm not sure if it's specifically been brewed. I don't think so for just B&M stores. It seems to be a European beer. But anyway, regardless of that, let's get it out into a glass. See what we get. It cost me £1, 99 pence, £1, something like that. Quite like a craft lager. It will be very interesting to see the definition, what United Dutch Breweries deem as a craft lager. We got a 3 to 4 finger white head. It's a straw coloured beer, nice levels of carbonation rolling up the side of the glass. In terms of sediment, I would say there's micro sediment in that beer. If the camera focuses, you might be able to see the just small particles in the beer. And you can see it's slightly hazy as well. Let's get the aroma then on this straw coloured beer. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of zestiness in there. That's exactly what you want from a craft lager. You can either call them craft lagers or you can call them India Pale Lagers. There's two different terms for them. I definitely think the India Pale Lager is probably stronger in the ABV. That's probably closer to 6%. Whereas calling it a craft lager almost kind of licenses it to come in at 4.8%, as this beer has. There's a bit of pepperiness, there's a bit of spiciness, there's a little bit of lemon going on in there. A little bit of maybe a touch of grapefruit, tropical fruit aromas. Coupled with that traditional, probably slightly Pilsner-like aroma from the malt. It smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. You know, that's all right, that's okay. That's quite nice. This is spur of the moment buying, isn't it? This is, you walk around B&M, maybe you've gone in B&M for some plants. You all know B&M stores, they're like a newer version of Pound Stretcher with garden centres. You can buy anything from barbecues to outside garden seating, to plants, to pet food, to sheets and pillows for your bed. It's that type of big, cheap kind of store. They sell a lot of food. They sell a lot of kind of peculiar food. Just the other day, I was in there throwing them all over the floor, and I picked up a load of cheap noodles for 20 pence in there. You know, that sort of, you know, unusual noodles from like Pan Asia. There's the ones that fell on the floor. They'll come to the channel one day. It's just, I love my noodles. Noodles and beer, what's not to love? And then, of course, they sell chocolate and sweets and crisps. So I generally go in there for chocolate and crisps. My wife will go in Pets at Home next door. And I'll say, right, I'm not going in there. I can't stand the place. Pets at Home. Oh, I spend every weekend in Pets at Blooming Home. Honestly, I do. Anyway, I generally go in B&M when my wife goes into Pets at Home. And I'll pick up some chocolate and sweets and crisps, and I'll have a little look down the beer aisle. And because it's the weekend, and because it's kind of like judging whether I got any beer in the fridge, I haven't picked these up before now because I wanted to review them first. I didn't want to buy 6 cans of this lager if it was rubbish. Actually, now, this has become, for 99 pence, for £1, this has become one of those, don't really have to think about it, chuck 4 cans in the basket. It's one of those impulsive buys. It's that kind of, it's cheap enough just to go, do you know what, I fancy a few beers today. Bang, 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 £4, 4 cans, job done. Sit in the garden, afternoon, light the barbecue, enjoy a few craft lagers. It's quite decent for that price. For that spur of the moment, unoffensive. This is the point, it's unoffensive beer. There's no off flavours. It's not going to be kind of like the best craft lager out there, but it's acceptable. It's drinkable. It's easy. It's nice. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. You get a nice bitterness on the back end. There's a nice level of sweetness to begin with. It's refreshing. It's clean. It's crisp. It's all right. I've always been a bit of a... I'm not going to say like an Orange Boom fan, but when I was younger, I always classed Orange Boom as a better quality lager than, say, the likes of Carling and Foster's. Perhaps things have changed. I think things have changed. I think Orange Boom is not the beer that it once was. But I remember Orange Boom being a solid, respectable lager. It was okay. It was not going to catch the world on fire, you know, in terms of like being the latest and greatest thing, but it was solid enough. It was cheap enough. This is the Orange Boom of the craft lager world. Unoffensive, pretty decent, great for the price. Bitter, little bit of kind of lemon, grapefruity type flavours coming through. A little bit of wafer malt to begin with. Nice balance, nice carbonation, easy drinking, smash back, job done. And that's all there is to it. Beer doesn't have to be complicated all of the time, does it? Right, what are they saying about this craft lager then? Double hop German Pilsner with floral and spicy notes. Seize this opportunity to try something new. Yeah, do that. Do it. Craft Nation, to celebrate diversity, we first need to accept that it's here. So share a beer with someone out of your comfort zone and strike up a conversation. We find you might have more in common than you'd think. We shape our own future. We craft our own nation. Yeah, I mean, whatever, innit? Whatever. 330ml can. I'm reviewing it on my own in the kitchen. Didn't know the message really. Didn't know the message because I didn't read the back of the can. I never read the backs of the cans before the review. I just wanted to know the name of the beer, or the company who brewed the beer, United Dutch Breweries, for that kind of very reason, to be able to talk about it on YouTube. I like this beer enough. By the way, just before the internet goes mad with me saying whatever, I have somebody in my family, my close family, a descendant of mine who is probably, I'm old-fashioned. I'm just going to call it this way inclined. So I've got no problem with it. Now I feel like I'm just digging a hole. Yeah, I better go. I'm easy with the world. I'll talk to anyone. I'll chat with anyone. You know, feel like I'm digging a hole here now. Right, rating. No, I like that for £1. It's solid. It's an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.